Hello, hello, hello. It is Donna Davis Bell, and I'm back again. Today we're doing episode 6 of our large French, our large shabby French romantic journal. Yes, you heard me right. Large shabby French romantic journal. And in the final episode, I will tell you the story. There is a story that goes along with this, and I will give you that story. Today what we're going to make for our journal is this little file folder. It's an accordion file folder, and if we have enough time, we're going to make the paper clip and a mini journal and some tags to go in with it. So this is where we're at, and for this project I have chosen to use this paper, and then we will use some of this paper. So we're going to use these two sheets, and they have been printed out. I've printed them out on some cardstock. You need a cardstock type of paper for this project. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a piece, put it over. That is about 3 inches by 6 inches, and I'm going to cut that. 3 inches by 6 inches. So let me bring my paper cutter back in. And let's see, where's my little lines out that I marked on here? Right here. Right. Need to cut down right there. On that 3-inch mark, and that's where we're going to cut it. 3 inches. Oh, I cut that wrong. I cut it wrong. I'm sorry, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. 3 inches by 6 inches. So let's go to 6 inches and cut that. Alright, this piece we'll put aside for a tag. That's going to be our pocket, but we're going to decorate it, so that doesn't matter. So we cut this 3 inches by 6 inches. 3 inches by 6 inches, and that's going to be the pocket. Now this piece, we just have to decide how long we want it to be. So let's bring it over to decide what page we want it to be on. And we're working towards this end of the journal today. Let's see. What page? How about this page? A little file folder pocket there. So let's do that. So I think I want it to be probably about right there. So let's measure that and cut it. So that's about 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches. All right. Now this needs to be, okay, this needs to be 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches is what this needs to be, and that's what it is. So everything should be okay. So all right, let's go over, bring this back in, because we've got to do some scoring on this piece here. All right, let me get my bone and I'll be right back. Okay, we are going to score this at 1/4, and this isn't working too good, so I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm going to do it at 1/4 1/2 inch, and 3/4. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do it at 5 3/4, 5 1/2. Lord. Okay, 5 1/2 and 5 1/4. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do it long ways. Make sure we got it right. It doesn't matter which. All right, we're going to do 1/4 inch at the bottom score line. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut from here up like that. Okay. Same thing over here, and I'll show you why in a second. You just need to cut that off. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move this out of the way so that I can show you, and hopefully you can see. I'm going to fold on that line, inward, outward, and inward, just like that, so that you have that. That makes your accordion like that. Same thing over here. You're going to fold it in on the very first inner line, out at the second one, and in again at that last one to do that. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold this bottom up, just like that. And that makes your accordion pocket right there. I'm going to erase this line that I put on there. All right. Now we're going to take this, and if we did this correctly, right inside this outer edge, these two outer ones, not all the way in, the very last fold, we want to slide that inside of it and all the way down like that, all the way down to the bottom, to our fold down here, just like that. And then we're going to glue our 3 sides down. Now you have, I don't know if you can see, it's stuck to this outer piece there, just like that. Now before I do that, I need to notch my little hole here. So I'm going to line it up in the center like that. I hope I've got it in the center. We'll see in a minute. And punch. Okay. We do not need to punch this. Now I'm going to distress around it. So let's get our distress ink and do a little distressing across. If you do not have any of this distress oxide, if you're new to crafting, you can use shoe polish. You can use eyeshadow. I used those when I first started out. But you can get the distress oxide at Hobby Lobby, at Michael's, on Amazon. There's lots of places where you can get it, and it's not expensive. I think you can get it at Walmart as well. I'm not sure. Okay, now that we've got that done. Okay. Now I'm going to bring my little glue mat in, because I do not want to mess this up. Although I've already managed to get some on. I'm going to bring this back in and we're going to glue this together. This is just a Scotch glue pen, permanent glue pen that I'm using. And you only want your glue on this outer piece, this last little quarter fold right there. It's a little fold that goes up. And this last little quarter fold right here. That's all that you need your ink on. Now, let's see, make sure we got it right side up so our script is facing upward. I'm going to put that all the way down want to make sure it's all the way down to our little fold at the bottom. I want to fold that up first to make sure that we have it even across there. All right, make sure your accordion is on the inside. The little accordion fold that we did needs to be on the inside there. Fold that last little fold over on both sides. Make sure we got it right. And now you have your little file folder. Okay. I think I want to round the edges of mine, so I will be right back. I'm going to grab that punch. Okay, so I'm going to slide this up in here. This is a Fiskars. I think I got it at a thrift store for $2.99. You do not need to pay a whole lot of money for your supplies. Okay, just stick that all the way up in there. And it does do a little monogramming, not monogramming, but, oh, well, you know what I mean. Okay, so now we have our edges done. I'm going to go back and distress those edges there that I clipped off. If you can see, it did a little embossing of a heart right there. Maybe you can see it from the other side right there. All right, let's make sure that is smoothed down and it's nice and glued down. So there we have our file folder. Next, we need to make some tags, and we need to make a little mini journal. So let's make a little mini journal first, and in our papers for this we are going to use, let's see, okay, go through here and find my papers. I'm sorry, I should have been better prepared. Find the papers that I want. You have a sheet that has some journal cards on it that we have printed out. Here they are. You should have 3 sheets of these. To choose from. Okay, so anyway, we're going to, there's 3 sheets of these. I have the other one here. Here it is, right in front of me. Let's see. Let's see. Well, I have it here somewhere anyway. But anyway, we're going to choose one of these to make our little mini journal out of. And I think I want this one. So we're going to cut it out and make a little mini journal to go into our file folder. Trim all of that excess border off very carefully. And I hope you all had a good weekend. I did. I enjoyed my weekend. I had a wonderful weekend with the grandbabies and my son and his wife, or future wife. They're together. I call her his wife because they're getting married. So what difference does it make, right? Same difference. All right, we're going to make a little journal to go into our file folder. So all I did is I cut that piece out and I folded it in half. Now I'm going to distress around the edges distress around those edges. I'm going to distress down right here, the seam. Make sure we get it good. Okay. And I'm going to just go ahead and distress on the inside as well. Alright, and now we just need some paper. If you have scraps, you can use those. I am going to use, let's see what I've got here. I have some of this that I think I'm going to use for this. So all I'm going to do is, oh, it's already folded. So I'm just going to, actually, I'm going to cut that in half. I'm fumble fingers today, I'm sorry. And now I'm going to fold that in half, and I'm hoping that will give us what we need. We'll have to cut it off just a little bit, but that's okay. Fold that in half. Put that inside of there like that. And we're going to trim off a little bit from the side here and a little bit right here. And my pencil lead broke, so let me grab another pencil.